Hello everyone, it's your boy God Jr., aka the Gamma Indigo Child. Um, where we at? I think we on Mazzaroth Part 7, Jesus story in the Mazzaroth, or should we say the Sun journey through the Mazzaroth. We're gonna start it off with we're gonna jump right into this. He was born of a virgin because when the sun is in Virgo, um, it's a bunch of different decons. Like I will teach y'all about the 36 decons that's in this story also, but I'm just gonna tell you the 12. So I'm gonna make it basic because I don't want to drown y'all with too much information just so soon. So we're gonna start off with Capricorn, born of a virgin, and he was born in a stable between a horse and a goat. Well, first of all, yeah, the sun on the 25th. It the three kings are these three stars that's in the Orion, and they meet up with the brightest star series in series, and they all line up together and point at the spot the sun will rise on the 25th. And there's more to this, but I'm gonna keep the story going, and we'll get to this because this is the first coming when he's born. The second coming is when he die and be born again. That's the second coming. But we're gonna keep it going. So yeah, it. So when you hear about the sun, the solstice, the solstice, I'm gonna explain the solstice when I get to the Jesus' death because it'll make more sense to explain it then. So we're gonna keep it moving. We just did Capricorn. So in Capricorn, we know that Jesus was born in the manger between a horse and a goat. So now we moving on. After it's Aquarius now. So now Jesus starts his ministry. He 12. Let's get it. 12 noon is the house or the heavenly temple of the Most High. That's why they call noon the Most High noon. And as we go through these stories, you'll start to understand where some of these names come from, because it ain't these names that we get for the Messiah is the true Messiah, the Son, and these names come from what was given to the Son, because the Mazzaroth was in the sky before there was any religion on this planet. So anyone that tried to come up with a story about the Messiah or anything, they only talking about the Son, because the Son is what gives us light and gives us all the things that we need. But we're gonna keep it going though. So yeah, that's what when they say that he started his ministry, he started his father's work at the age of 12. They talking about noon, the Most High noon, I think, was born. So we're gonna keep it going. He moves on to begin his ministry at the age of 30. That's what I mean. The Son of God. He became the Son of God. You know, at 30 he got baptized. And if you go 30 days from Capricorn, the sun lands in Aquarius. And Aquarius is the water bearer. Hence John the Baptist. That's when Jesus get baptized at the age 30. So then we moves on. And Pisces is next. He come to his first disciples and he make them fishers of men in Pisces. You feel me? And then it keeps moving. Now after Pisces is Aries. In Aries, he becomes the good shepherd. You follow me? So then after Aries, we move on to Taurus, and in Taurus, Jesus told the parable of the sowing and tilling of the field. And Taurus, the bull, he basically was saying, this is where you start to put your seeds in the ground. And if you follow me on my last Mazzaroth, you'll know that in Taurus season is when you need to start putting your seeds in the ground so you can harvest them in harvest season, which is Virgo. So we're going to keep it moving. So after Taurus, the sun enters Gemini. And in the story, that's when he meets the twins. You follow me? He just was in Taurus talking about sowing seeds and planting, and the bull to plow the fields and all that, right? So next, he meets the twins, which is one of the deacons. You know, it's the twins, the two stars in Gemini. It's the twins, Pollux and Castor, something like that. You'll see. We're just gonna keep it moving. So when it enters Cancer, Cancer is one of the cardinal. It is the cardinal water sign. So that's when the celestial sea of Galilee. That's when he, you know what I'm saying, he calmed down the storm and spoke of the backsliding, the backsliders, you know, the crowd. And then he rode a donkey and had a coat, and he came into town with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did in Cancer, the sun in Cancer. And then we got Leo is when he triumphed into the city of peace. So it's basically, this is the sun's glory right here. Summer. Leo is the middle of summer. So this is where everybody was happy to see him, and you know, it was summer, which was Leo. So then we comes to Virgo. We all know that Virgo is the harvest season, right? So with Virgo, with the last, Virgo was the Last Supper, because if you know anything about the yearly Mazzaroth, you know that after Virgo, there's no more plants growing. So in real life, if you wasn't a hunter, this is the Last Supper. This is the Last Supper for the Northern Hemisphere. And that's what Virgo and the sun and Virgo meant. And if you understand what's next is Libra. And Libra, this is the season that wine is made. So that's why the Last Supper has the bread, because Virgo is the house of bread. And Libra is when he turned the water into wine, you know what I'm saying? And they had the Last Supper. So we're going to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Because this is, if you know anything about real life, Libra season in fall is the true harvest of grapes. And when they start pressing them in a wine press and making wine, this is real life stuff. And it happened because the sun has entered Libra. And it does this every year. So now we to Scorpio, the backbiter. It's when Judas betrayed Jesus, or when the sun hit Scorpio. That's when basically the bad happened. The leaves start turning red and all that, you know what I'm saying? And the scorpion, when the scorpion stings someone, it looked like a kiss. So they always say when someone got stung by a scorpion that it was like the sting of death. You know what I'm saying? So The kiss, not the sting of death. Even though that sting will kill you. But no, it's the kiss of death. The scorpion's sting, because that's what it lead. It looked like lips on the person's skin once a scorpion attacks, which is the backbiter. And he sold them for 30 pieces of silver, just basically telling you that every constellation that the sun go through is 30 degrees, and that's what they're talking about. So now we move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the one who killed Jesus. If you notice, they said he was wounded in the side by a centaur or a centaurian or whatever you want to call it. Well, Sagittarius, if you look at the symbol of Sagittarius, it is the centaurian, and it's the last, the sun, the longest day, the longest night of the year, and the sun is in the Southern Cross, hence him dying on the cross, which is the Southern Cross. The sun is here every year in Sagittarius, the last day of Sagittarius. And like they say, a centaur wounds him. So now the sun is on the cross in Sagittarius. So now we're going to move on back again. Now we at Capricorn. We back to Capricorn again. So Jesus was crucified at winter solstice between two thieves, right? The two thieves was Sagittarius and Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? So the sun, now we hit this part where I was telling you about with the solstice. So now with the solstice, the word solstice means sun stands still. That's what it means. So let's not get this confused with all this religion trying to explain, trying to keep their clubhouse full. You know what I'm saying? This is not no devil stuff. This has been in this, like I say, God created the Mazzaroth. So when they trying to tell you that it's from the devil, and they give it all these names, okay, but what about the stuff that happened every year? So the solstice, sun stands still. So the sun doesn't move for 3 days. Just like Jesus was in this tomb for 3 days, the sun don't move for 3 days. And it just so happened to be the 22nd of December, the 23rd, and the 24th. The 3 days. And then on the 25th, here we go with this 25th again, the sun rises, or Jesus come out of his tomb on the 25th, on the 3rd day. Remember? After the 3 days being in the tomb. So if you think about this, it does that all around the solstice and the equinox. Got that 4 day on the 4th day type movement. So yeah, so now it goes from him being born again. Now this is the second coming now. He done came once already, right? Y'all follow me? You see what this stuff mean? He came once already when he was born of a virgin. They killed him. They saying they killed him. The sun does the same thing every year. So now it's back up again. So now this is the second coming, because it's supposed to have died once. Now it's coming back again, which is the second coming. So it's coming in the clouds in spring so everybody could see, right? So now this is how it skips over now. Now it jumped quadrants. Now the winter quadrant, after the winter quadrant, is Jesus becoming the Lamb of God, because he's bringing light back to the northern hemisphere. So now when we go from Capricorn to Aries, Jesus become the Lamb of God. And he become the sacrificial lamb. Just like he was the sacrificial goat. He was the goat in Capricorn. Now he the sacrificial lamb, which is the lamb of the tribe. I mean, the lamb of the tribe of Judah. He was the I can't. I don't know why. I can't even think of it right now. But yeah, he the lamb in Aries right there. So after he become the Lamb of God, that's now that's the spring part of the quadrant, and after he become um, the Lamb of God, he become like the rock, and it's all type of little stories in between it. But I'm just gonna make it short. So after that, he becomes the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and that is the end of it because it starts in Virgo and it ends in Leo. He becomes the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and as you can see, he sits on the right hand of the Father, which is the Most High, which is the above the Cancer solstice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just. So yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. So now it's way deeper than this, and there's way more to it. And I'm just giving you a little simple version. Like I say, I mess up at times. Sometimes I can't think of what I need to say because I just do all this out of my head because I just think about it and I just tell y'all about it. So bear with me because y'all might be correcting me because that's what teaching is. You ain't able to correct me, let me know you listening. I don't take nothing to the heart. Hey, I love it when you correct me because I know you listening. So we teach each other. I live to teach, and y'all teach. I teach to. I learn to teach, and I teach to learn. So I just thank y'all for listening. And until next time, love to all, and until all, spread the lights.